Welcome back, YouTubers, to our TNA Impact Wrestling review for today, the go-home show for TNA Bound for Glory, which is this Sunday. Hope you guys are looking forward to it. But I hope you guys are looking forward to this review too, because we're the British Fist.
Good, Jane.
I am Mr. Parkin, and this is the man with the new haircut, NJ.
What's up?
The legendary NJ. Right, so make sure you guys subscribe up above, like this video, and also comment your thoughts down below as we observe the legendary status that is NJ.
And please, make sure you contact us, the British Fist, in the link in the Google box below.
Indeedly doodly doodly. Right, so this is the go-home show for TNA Bound for Glory. I hoped that I didn't remember the spoilers for this, so I was actually kind of excited for the show because I didn't really know what was going to happen. But shall we just get on with the opener, I guess?
You open the event, yes.
Kurt Angle calls out Bobby Roode. He talks himself up as this big force that Bobby Roode is going to have to get through to win the title. He does a good job putting over Bobby Roode. I enjoyed this opening segment just because it was very short and very sweet, and both of them got a decent amount of mic time.
Yeah, it started off with Angle having his say about the event and how he's going to go on and face Bobby Roode. Then Bobby Roode had his say and how it's going to be a strong, good match between the two.
And how he's got heart.
Very true.
And that is what is going to win in that title, that heart. And the video packages they've shown do actually suggest that. And you know, it looks like it's just going to be a nice straight-up match between the two, which is good. I think all the groundwork for this feud has been done. So this segment, to me, would have just been enough for the match itself. I don't think they really needed any other segments tonight, although I wanted it.
Because over the last couple of weeks, we've seen Bobby Roode get beat up brilliantly. Yep. I'm thinking, there, we've got it. He's there, ready to face Kurt Angle. Good
segment. It was short and very sweet. I enjoyed it. Angle and Bobby Roode interaction was very good. So
I enjoyed it. It was good. Good over.
But wait. Angle has a little plan up his sleeve. It's going to be Bobby Roode versus Jeff Jarrett and Gunner later tonight. Anyway, we'll move on to the next segment because straight after that we had a brawl between Jerry Lynn and Christopher Daniels and AJ and Van Dam. The combination there of two feuds going into Bound for Glory as NJ shows you his brawling skills. And that leads us into a tag match. You know, combining the two. This is TNA basically saying to us, they don't have enough time to show all 9 feuds, so we're just going to stick 2 feuds in a tag match feud, so so we can hype them both up in one segment, pretty much.
And this was going well. I liked it. It was going brilliantly. I thought, okay, you've had the action from all of them going against each other. Maybe a bit too much opponent against opponent in the match, but again, it did what it achieved. Yeah,
you just had them both brawling. I've noticed here, these are both the 2 matches that we had at Destination X. Jerry Lynn and Van Dam, and AJ Styles and Christopher Daniels. So 2 matches we're having at Destination X, we're having at Bound for Glory. I want to see AJ and Daniels. I'm just not sure about RVD and Jerry Lynn in a Full Metal Mayhem match, which hasn't really had too much build to it. And I wonder why Jerry Lynn is on the Bound for Glory card at his, with his status in TNA.
Yeah, they're really trying to drag this Rob Van Dam and Jerry Lynn on as much as they can and try and get the crowd with it, but it's not working.
This will be a good place to plug our predictions video, which we're going to be doing on Saturday, isn't it?
We will, so make sure you check that out.
Yes, definitely. AJ Styles gets the pin on Jerry Lynn. I don't mind that. AJ Styles looking strong. You have Daniels backing out the ring. And out of those 2 feuds, I care more about AJ and Daniels, so I cared more that AJ got the pin on Jerry Lynn, rather than RVD.
Yeah, that's why I look at it, because again, the Jerry Lynn and Rob Van Dam, that could be just put to a side because it's just there to fill up the card.
Yeah.
But this whole I Quit match that the other 2 are having is more looking forward to.
And Daniels just backs out. He doesn't want anything to do with it.
No, he just leaves his opponent to get beaten.
Pretty much. After that, we have Samoa Joe versus Matt Morgan. In a match which kind of makes sense because we realise the announcement they're going to make later, but.
And it's a match that we haven't seen before, is it?
No, not at any pay-per-view in particular or any Impact Wrestling. This match went 2 minutes. Morgan wins Vince via a roll-up in 2 minutes. Like, really? Is this really how you're going to hype up the possible triple threat match for the pay-per-view?
And we do know that Samoa Joe and Matt Morgan, 2 dominant wrestlers, and 2 minutes and a roll-up. Roll-ups, you don't see dominance in roll-ups. So.
You see Kelly doing roll-ups. But after the match, even though the match itself wasn't very good, after the match is what really the focus was on. You had Joe attacking Morgan post-match, and then you had Crimson selling that ankle injury, coming down to make the save with the chair. I like the way here how you have both the faces injured, so they immediately have an obstacle to overcome over the dominant Joe, even though he lost this match. I think it's good how they've worked this whole injury thing, and Joe says it'll be a triple threat at Bound for Glory. He gets some mic time, which was good.
It is good that the match that's been announced now, they've said that they're having it, so it's going to happen. I'm just looking at it now thinking, right, you've had Matt Morgan, even with that injury, managed to beat Samoa Joe. Is that really helping the match looked like a dominant force. I don't know.
I like the way how in this whole segment that Joe kind of says, "Oh, Crimson and Mike Morgan are working together, and they're both trying to be, they're both beta males, and the real winner is going to be the alpha male." Kind of gives a reason for them to want to face each other, even if it's not the best built-up premise ever.
Should I get that?
It's going to be a triple threat match at Bound for Glory, so yeah, that's good. I guess a great way of getting all three of these guys on the card.
Yeah, because they need it because they're all great wrestlers that are eventually going to go and do something bigger in TNA.
Yep. Especially Crimson. Next, we have a Mexican America promo. Ese Hernandez gets the mic. Inc. come out and tell Mexican America to get the hell out because Jesse Neal was I think he served in the army. So it's just I don't care about this feud. I really don't.
No, to be honest, when I saw them in the ring, I just thought, get on with it and just finish it.
At least the crowd could see it though, with that no Mexican America flag there this week. It's just Mexican America attack Inc. And then you have this female come out, allowing Inc. to get on top. And it's just like, Inc. haven't been on TV for like 3 or 4 months. Why should I care about them now? I just don't care about this feud. Full stop. This is how bad the tag team division has got in TNA now, isn't it?
Yeah, the match itself, there's not a lot of excitement in it. These two just been built up over the last couple of weeks, and there's no proper feeling to it.
Nope, not really. But you'll hear more of that in our predictions video, which is on Saturday. We're going to keep plugging that, just like ROH plug their website every 5 minutes. Next, we had an X Division segment: Kendrick and Sorensen versus Aries and Cash. Oh, where have we seen this match before?
This match was pretty good. I give it that. Good back and forward action between them all.
Good high spots.
But the result, I really did not like.
Kendrick pinned Aries. The Wizard of Oz. The thing is, with me personally, I feel TNA should have done a promo segment that they can really put the focus on the feud rather than have Sorensen and Cash in this match. It didn't really make too much sense them being in it when they're not involved with the pay-per-view. They probably could have had a segment here, highlighted the champion, highlighted the Tanja, highlighted the feud, and that would have done well going to Bound for Glory. But they had Kendrick pin Aries. I could argue making the challenger look strong, but I like Aries, so I'm not really a big fan of this result.
A promo would have been good, because we all know promos are good before pay-per-views. Yeah. But let's go stick with the match. Again, you've had the contender. Yes, you may be looking to go by pin the champion, but we want to be seeing stuff like that happen at the pay-per-view, not in a match. So, to be honest, I don't like the ending.
No, neither did I, but there we go. Next, we have the knockout segment. Yay! Velvet Sky, Mickie James Winter, and Madison Rayne all get entrances, which was nice because some of the entrances were missed from tonight's show, weren't they? Why does Karen Jarrett get most of the mic time in this segment, though? No one gets mic time other than her.
No, it's quite horrible. You have all the knockouts that's having a match up and Floyd surrounding the ring, and they just start going, chatting away.
Can I have some mic? But I just... It seemed like the way they were doing this segment was that Velvet Sky was going to win the Knockouts Championship. You know, of her squaring up to Karen Jarrett. And it's just like, why is she getting all the mic time? Why can't they let the Knockouts have mic time? They're the people that are in the match. They're supposed to be selling us these feud, the feud that they have had.
And the thing we noticed with this is that the whole Karen thing getting in Velvet's face, Velvet getting in Karen's face, is teasing something coming on at Bound for Glory.
I just love the way Karen Jarrett got dropped on her ass. That made me mark the fuck out, and we laughed like fucking mad when Karen Jarrett got benched. That was so funny.
She deserved it, and it was even by her secretary,
Tracy Brooks.
Yeah,
Karen Jarrett got knocked on her ass. Oh dear. So yeah, and then the knockouts attack each other. Security come down predictably. So I guess even though I just don't like the fact Jarrett got all the mic time, but I guess it was a decent segment. This TNA really are high on this whole attacking each other and then having the security guards coming out.
To be honest, I wouldn't call it decent. You had Mickie James there. You had the other competitors there, and they just had no mic time. The only involvement they had was the big attack at the end. And I just thought, why have them all out there? Why not have them all run down afterwards? But again, not an effective segment for the pay-per-view.
Really. Next, we have a backstage segment where Christopher Daniels attacks AJ Styles.
This is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, the way this feud has been built, I feel this kind of segment was needed. It was short. It was a short segment. It showed the heel dominance. So, as far as I'm concerned, it was an effective segment backstage.
Well, after Christopher Daniels walking out the match, having him have a final say on AJ backstage, I think was nicely done, running it for their match at the pay-per-view.
And AJ saying he's not going to quit kind of figures into that I quit match, doesn't it?
Very true, it does.
Yep. Next we have Scott Steiner versus Mr. Anderson with special guest enforcer Bully Ray. This match kind of made sense to me in a booking wise because you have one member of Immortal, Scott Steiner, who you can job out to Mr. Anderson, and Bully Ray, who's in a feud with Anderson as a special guest enforcer. I didn't have any problems with the match. The booking of the match was a bit weird, but
it's like I've said in other matches, Dan. We have them two great competitors in a ring fighting each other. Well, not great because
Steiner's slow.
He's started to lost it now, but that did hurt. Right, stop that, Steiner. Right, the match was again slow. You had again, it couldn't really show Mr. Anderson's strength, and it was the ending that kind of ruined it for me.
Steiner dominated the match as well, didn't he? But again, the spotlight was on Immortal attacking Abyss, and then Bully Ray puts Anderson through a table. But it was mostly focused on Abyss and Immortal, which really pissed me off because you really need to put the focus on Bully Ray and Anderson in this whole segment, not get this whole Immortal shit going on in there.
True, because yes, Abyss did give Anderson the win, but you really need Anderson to look strong without the help of anyone. And to be honest, I just don't think this segment was actually effective as it could have been.
You can still tell that Russo ripped this show, can't you?
That's a big thing.
So yeah, that segment wasn't very good, but really. We got the announcement of all the matches at Bound for Glory, which was needed because we need to know what we're going to be seeing at the pay-per-view, and they have Roode and Angle as the main event. Let's just hope this is the main event and not Hulk Hogan and Sting.
That's very true, because this whole advertising of the matches was nicely done because it was needed, because obviously it's the last show before the pay-per-view.
Yeah, definitely. That was definitely needed. It's the simple stuff that sometimes matters, and this is something that TNA did tonight that was simple but effective. Needs to be done.
It does.
Bobby Roode versus Jeff Jarrett and Gunner in a 2-on-1 handicap match. Where do we start with this one? Nice video package for the Roode Angle match. I enjoyed these video packages for Bobby Roode, really bigging him up as this next big guy, and Kurt Angle as well. I enjoyed the video package before the match.
That's very true. The video package building him up, even though he's really built greatly as it is, adding a little bit more before the pay-per-view was nicely done.
Yeah, and even though I don't like Jarrett in these matches, at least, at least Jarrett and Gunner were there to make Bobby Roode look strong, and just to keep Bobby Roode's push ticking over to the pay-per-view. We had the heels looking dominant, and then the typical face coming back to win the match.
What a great comeback it was. You knew exactly when it was coming, and it happened, and he went crazy.
And Jeff Jarrett and Gunner mock beer money. Beer!
Money! He didn't really say money.
He just went, fuck you, TNA. But of course, Jarrett wouldn't do the job. You had to have Gunner to do the job, because Jarrett ain't doing the job to him.
No, and again, it wasn't the match itself that was the main thing in the main event.
Immortal attacking Roode and Storm at the end. It was like, oh, this overbooking. And then Jeff Hardy comes in, and you're just like, wow, they really have to get him involved in this on the Go Home show. The last segment for Bobby Roode before the Go Home show, they have Jeff Hardy in there.
The one guy that does not have a match at the pay-per-view.
Yeah, exactly. And it looks like from what they've done here, they're trying to slowly hype up Jeff Hardy's rise in TNA, getting the acceptance of the superstars. I don't like the fact they're doing it now. Do it after Bound for Glory, for fuck's sake. And it looks like also from the backstage they're going to do a Jeff Hardy and Jeff Jarrett feud, doesn't it?
Yeah, the acceptance from Beer Money is something huge, I think, because obviously Beer Money are huge in TNA. So getting accepted by them is actually, in my eyes, the opening of Jeff Hardy actually getting involved in TNA on a proper basis. And the Jeff Jarrett thing, yeah, they did tease it. They did get each other's face and really left you thinking there's something there.
Yeah, and Jeff Jarrett is just going to go and feud with another star like he does. He always feuds with the big stars coming into TNA.
Just hoping that he can put Jeff over again, but probably not.
I didn't think this segment was all that good in terms of hyping the match. It just focused too much on Jeff Hardy for my liking. But I feel he shouldn't need to be there. Even though they've already got the foundation of this feud working with Bobby Roode and Angle, you didn't need to focus on Jeff Hardy in this segment. That's just my point.
Like, you had the whole Bobby Roode in the match. That's your main focus, not Jeff Hardy. And Jeff Hardy is just opening a whole door to something else that doesn't happen till after Bound for Glory.
Yes. And then we had the main event, the contract signing between Sting and Hogan, which is a relatively the future of the company hangs in the balance at Bound for Glory. And it's like, this is a very subdued affair. You just had Hogan sign on. So, yeah.
Yeah, they both signed it. And I was thinking, okay, you didn't do it without question.
Yeah.
You don't do without saying anything. Just sign it.
But then the action happens when we have Hulk Hogan pushing the table, coming up and saying, "You wanted Hulk Hogan? You got the real Hulk Hogan, brother, dude.
Got what you wished for." And I'm thinking, I don't think anyone really will wish for the real Hulk Hogan anymore. Not anymore.
The Hulk Hogan now can't even take bumps. Bischoff comes out, distracts Sting for Hogan to attack Sting with the chair. Traditional heel looking strong going into the pay-per-view. I just don't like the way they're doing all these segments as the main event when this isn't going to be the main event on the Bound for Glory card. That's the only problem I'm having with this build-up. It's been built up well, just not in the right place on the TV show, in my opinion.
No, again, Hogan likes to steal the main event, but with this, like I was saying during the show, it could have finished with the contract signing, or it could have finished after they had their final say. You were saying, we're having the man-on-man match. We didn't really need Bischoff there, but whatever. Bischoff has to get involved at least one time in the show.
We all know he's signed a new 2-year contract with TNA, so he's going to be there for a while now.
Celebrate!
But anyway, quick overall thoughts and a grade on the show?
There was a lot of the show which, for a go-home show, we're thinking it could have been done better, or it just didn't flow nicely. We've had the right people looking strong, I'm guessing. But I'm just thinking they could have done part of it better.
I do agree with that. I thought it was a very mediocre go-home show, in my opinion. A lot of segments could have done a lot better, been a lot more effective for the pay-per-view hype, in my opinion. I'll give this show a C. It was a very average show. I've really expected a lot better from TNA going into their biggest pay-per-view of the year. But at least they managed to get all the... Even though they were a bit clusterfucked at times in some of the segments, at least they managed to get all the feuds in there going into Bound for Glory and then announced all the matches going into their biggest pay-per-view of the year. So that's a positive, I'll say, for that.
Again, you had the right people looking strong because, again, going to the pay-per-view, you need like Bobby Roode, you need like the Crimson and all that. You need all the right wrestlers doing it. But like, there's pointless parts like Jeff Hardy, the knockouts was all messed up. So there's parts of that ruined it. But again, I'm going to give it a C2. Yeah,
C average show. Get your thoughts on the TNA This Kick TNA Impact Wrestling edition down in that comment section below. Make sure you check out our Bound for Glory predictions video, which will be uploaded on Saturday, and check out tomorrow when we'll be doing the review of WWE SmackDown. And NJ, take us out.
And you've heard the words from Mr. Parkin and me, N to the J, like I said before, MJ. Goodbye.